Just checking the zip there. Right. So, hello everyone. Welcome to Midsummer's Night's Dream. First off, we had a dropout about a week and a half before the show. So that person there's a person in the cast. Audrey's her name, and she's on script. That's part of it. That's on purpose, surprisingly. And it's not. I just wanted to make that clear before you think, oh, she didn't try. She's tried brilliantly, and she's done a brilliant job. It's just it's such short notice. It's very hard to learn a whole main part. Secondly, thank you all for being here tonight. I really hope you enjoy it. I'll be doing the rest of my speech at the end because I don't planned it yet. And enjoy your evening. Thank you.
Now, fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 more happy days bring in a new moon. But oh, methinks, how slow this old moon wanes. She lingers my desires, like to a stepdame or a dowager, long withering out a young man revenue.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly doom away the time. And then the moon, like to a silver bow, new bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnities.
Hippolyta, I wooed thee with my sword, and won thy love doing thee injuries. But I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, triumph, and with revelling.
Happy be Theseus, our renowned Duke.
Thanks, good Aegeus. What's the news with thee?
Full of vexation come I, with complaint against my child, my daughter, Hermia. Come forth, Demetrius, my noble lord. This man hath my consent to marry her. Step forth, Lysander. My lord, this man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou hast by moonlight at her window sung, with feigning voice verses of feigning love, hast stolen the impression of her fantasy, and her loyalty, which is to me. I ask of you, that if she does not, before your grace, agree to marry this man, that I beg upon the law of Athens, her head, for I may dispose of her as I see fit, be it to this man, or to her death.
What say you, Hermia? Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In himself he is. But, in this kind, wanting your father's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
I would, but with my father look with my eyes.
Rather your eyes must with his judgment look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I made bold, nor how it may concern my modesty in such a presence here to plead my thoughts. But I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall my case, if I am to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death, or to abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires. Know of your youth, examine well your blood. Whether if you yield not to your father's choice, you can endure the livery of a nun. For I to be in shady cloister mewed, to live a barren sister all your life, chanting faint hymns to the cold, fruitless moon. Thrice blessed they that master so their blood to undergo such maiden pilgrimage. But earthlier happy is the rose distilled than that which withering on the virgin thorn grows, lives, and dies in single blessedness.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord, ere while I patient my virgin up unto his lordship. Where unshed yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause, and by the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me, upon that day either prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or else to wed Demetrius as he would, or on Diana's altar to protest for austerity and single life.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, yield thy praised title to my certain right.
You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
Scornful Lysander! True, he hath my love, and what is mine I shall give to him. And she is mine, and I shall give to him as a bride.
I am. My lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his. My fortunes every way is fairly ranked, if not with vantage, as Demetrius's. And as much as all these boasts can be, I am beloved of the beauteous Hermia. Why should I not then prosecute my rights? Demetrius, I'll vouch it to his head, made love to Nadar's daughter, Helena. And won her heart he did. Sweet girl, she dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess, I have heard so much, and with Demetrius thought to have spoke thereof. But being overfull of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. But Demetrius, come, and Aegeus, come. You shall go with me. I have some private schooling for you both.
With duty and desire we follow you, my lord.
For you, fair Hermia, look you arm yourself to fit your fancies to your father's will, or else the law of Athens yields you up, which by no means we may extenuate, to death or to a vow of single life. Come now, my Hippolyta, what cheer, my love? Demetrius, Aegeus, go along.
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there to fade so fast?
Be like for want of rain which I could well betain the tempest of my eyes.
Ay me, for aught that I could ever read, could ever hear, by tale or history. The course of true love never did run smooth, or else it were different in blood,
Who crossed too high to be enthralled too low?
or else misgraft in respective years,
Or spite too old to be engaged too young?
or else it stood upon the choice of friends,
Or held to choose love by another's eyes?
or if there were a sympathy in choice, if war, death, or sickness did lay siege to it, making it momentary as a sound, swift as a shadow, short as any dream, brief as the lightning in the colleague nights, and in a spleen unfolds both heaven and earth, to give a man the power to say, behold, the jaws of darkness to devour it up. So quick bright things to come to confusion.
If then true love has ever been crossed, it stands as an edict to destiny. Then let us teach our trial patience, because it is a customary cross, as due to love as thoughts and dreams and sighs, wishes and tears, poor fancy's followers.
A good persuasion. So hear me, Hermia. I have a widowed aunt, a dowager of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens her home is remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, my sweet Hermia, will I marry thee. So if thou lovest me then, steal forth from thy father's home tomorrow night, and where we once met with Helena in the forest, I will await thee there.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by the simplicity of Venus's doves, by which kinneth souls and prospers loves, and by that fire which burned the Carthage queen, when the false Troyan under sail was seen, in number more than ever women spoke, in the same place that has anointed me.
Of course, my love.
Tomorrow I truly will meet thee.
Of course, my love. Great. Here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena. Whither away?
Calling you me fair, that fair again I'm say. Demetrius loves your fair, oh happy fair. Your eyes are lodestars and your tongue sweet air. More tunable than lark the shepherd's ear, where wheat is green and hawthorn buds appear. Sickness is catching, oh what favour, so yours I would catch, fair Hermia, ere I go. My ear should catch your voice, my eye your eye, my tongue should catch your tongue's sweet melody. Were the world mine, Demetrius being baited, the rest I'd give to be to you translated. Oh, teach me how you look and with what art you may sway the passion of Demetrius' heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
That your frowns could teach my smile such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
My prayers could such affection move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty would that fault of mine.
Take comfort, he no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself shall flee this place.
To Helena, we do unfold. Beneath Phoebe's light, we do behold. Tomorrow night, in the forest, my sweet Hermia and I, from Athens' gate, we shall.
And in the wood where often you and I, emptying our bosoms, myself shall meet, and hence from Athens turn away our eyes, to seek new friends and stranger companies. Farewell, sweet playfellow, pray for us, and good luck grant thee with Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander. We must starve our sight from lovers' food till tomorrow night.
Until then, my love. To Helena, adieu. As you on him, Demetrius dotes upon you.
How happy some other son can be. Through Athens I am thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know all but he do now know. And as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I, admiring of his qualities, things base and vile hold no quantity. Love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. Nor hath love's mind of any judgment taste. Wings and no eyes figure unheedy haste. So therefore is love said to be a child, because in choice he is so oft beguiled. For ere Demetrius dotes on Hermia's eyne, he hailed down oath that he were only mine. And when this hail some heat from Hermia he felt, he dissolved and showers of oaths did melt. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight, and then will he with the wood tomorrow night pursue her, and for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is my dear expense. So here am I to enrich my pain, to have his sight thither and back again.
Is all our company ready?
You're best to call them generally man by man according to the script.
This is the scroll of every man's name who is thought fit through all of Athens to play in our interlude before the Duke and the Duchess on their wedding day at night.
First, good Peter Quince, it would be good to say what the play treats on, call forth your actors, and then so grow to a point.
Mary, the play is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
That is a very good piece of work, I assure you, and a merry. Now, good Peter Quince, call forth the rest of your actors.
All right. Answer as I call you. Nick Bottom the Weaver.
Ready?
You. Nick Bottom. You are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? Is it a lover or a tyrant?
It's a lover who kills himself most gallant for love.
That would ask for some true tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, I'll move storms. I will condole in some measure. To the rest, yet my chief humour is for a tyrant. I could play Hercules rarely, or a part to tear a cat in. The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of Phoebus' car, to shine from far the foolish fates. Yeah, this was lofty. Now, name the rest of the players. This could be Hercules' vein, Tyrant's vein. Love it. More condoling.
Francis Flute the Bellows Mender.
Here, Pete Quince.
You, Flute, are to take Thisbe upon you.
What is this be? A wandering knight?
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay, let me not play a woman. I have a beard coming.
That's all one. You shall play it in the mask, and you may speak as small as you like.
And let me do it too. I will do it in a monstrous little voice. Ah, Pyramus. Ah, Frisbee. How you doing? Not so bad.
No! No. You must play Pyramus, and Flute, you Thisbe.
I'll proceed.
Robin Starveling the Tailor.
Here, Pete Quince.
You shall play Thisbe's mother. Tom Snout the Tinker.
Here, Pete Quince.
You shall play Pyramus' father. And I shall play Thisbe's father, and Snug the Joiner, you the lion's part, and, I hope, here is a play fitting.
Have you the lion's part, British? Pray give it me, for I'm short of knowledge.
You shall do it extempore, for it's nothing but roaring.
Let me play the line too. I will roar that I'll do any man's heart good to hear me. I'll roar that the Duke will say, let him roar again. Let him roar again. Arr.
And you should do it too terribly, that you should fright the Duchess and the ladies, and that were enough to hang us all.
That would hang us, every mother's son.
I'd hate to scare the ladies out of their wits, because that would detain us. But I could roar you twere a nightingale, I could roar you twere a suckling dove.
No, you can play no part but Pyramus. For Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, a proper man, as one might see on a summer's day, a very gentleman-like man. Therefore, you must needs play Pyramus.
Well, I will undertake it. And what beard would I be best to play it in?
What you will.
I could play it in your purple ingrain beard, your orange beard, your French crown beard, or your perfect yellow.
Well, some French crowns have no hair at all, and then you shall play barefaced. Nevertheless, masters, here are your parts, and I would entreat, request, and desire you con them by tomorrow night and meet us in the Palace Wood a mile outside of town, there to rehearse. For if we meet in the city, we shall be dogged with company and our devices known. In the meantime, I shall draw up a bill of properties such as our play needs.
And there we may rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains, be perfect, as you.
At the Duke's Oak we meet.
Hold a your bowstrings.
over dale, through bush, through briar, over park, over pale, through flood, through fire. I do wander everywhere, brighter than the moon's sphere, and I do serve the fairy queen to dew her orbs upon the green.
Well, the king does keep his rebels here tonight. Take heed, the queen come not within his sight, for Oberon is passing fell and wrath, for she that her attendant hath, a lovely boy stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling. And jealous Oberon, he would have the child, a knight of his train to trace the forest wild. And now they never meet, in grove or green, by fountain clear or spangled starlight sheen, and that for the elves do hide in acorn cups.
Either I mistake your shape and making quite, or else you are that merry wanderer of the night, called Robin Goodfellow. Are you not he that frightens the maidens of the villagery? Skim milk and sometimes labour in the quern, and bootless make the breathless housewife churn. That they call hobgoblin and sweet puck. You do their work, and they shall have good luck. Are you not he?
Thou speakest right, I am that merry wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon, and I make him smile, when I a fat and bean-fed horse do beguile. Nay, in likeness of a filly foal, and sometime I lurk in a gossip's bowl, and very likeness of roasted crab, and when she drinks against her lips I bob, and on her with dewlap pours the ale, the wisest aunt and the saddest tale. And sometimes 3-foot stool mistaketh me, and I slip from her bum and topples down she, and Taylor cries and holds her hips and laughs. And waxing in their knees, merry a night was never had there. But room, fairy, for here comes Oberon.
And my mistress too, would that he were gone.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What, jealous Oberon? Fairy skip hence. I have pursued his bed and comfort.
Tarry, rash wanton. Am not I thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. But I know, when thou hast stolen away from the fairyland, the shape of Corin sat all day, playing pipes of corn and amorous love to Philida. Why art thou here? Come from the farthest steppes of India, but then for soon your bouncing Amazon, your busking mistress, your warrior love. But Theseus must be wedded. And you come, give their bed joy and prosperity.
How canst thou thus for shame, Titania, glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus? Didst thou not lead him through the delivering night from Perigenia, whom he ravished?
These are the forgeries of jealousy. And never, since the middle summer spring, met we on hill, dale, forest or mead, or by bay fountain, or by rushy brook, or the beach margin of the sea, to dance our round to the whistling winds. But with thy brows thou hast disturbed our sport. But then the winds, piping us in vain, as if in revenge, have sucked up from the sea contagious fogs, which are falling in the land, and made every pelting river so proud that they have overborne their continents with the same progenies of evil. From our debate, from our dissension, we are the parents and original.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the child of me. His mother was a votress of my order, and full often has she gossiped by my side, and sat with me on Neptune's yellow sands, and marking the embarked traders of the flood, and grow big-bellied wanton winds, which she, with swimming gates, enriched with my young squire, which would imitate and sail upon the land, to fetch me trifles and return again, as if from a voyage rich with merchandise. But she, immortal, that boy did die, and for her sake I do rear up her boy, and for her sake I do not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
The chance till after Theseus' wedding day. And if you'll dance in our rounds and watch the moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare your horse.
Give me that boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies away. I will chide down right if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle pup, come hither. Thou rememberest, since once I sat upon a promontory and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back uttering such dulcet and harmonious breath that the rude sea grew civil at her song, and certain stars shot madly from their spheres to hear the sea maid's music.
I do remember.
That very time I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid, all armed. A certain aim he took at a fair vestal, thrown by west, and loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow, as though it should pierce 100,000 hearts. Yet I might see Cupid's fiery shaft quenched in the chaste beams of the watery moon, and the imperial votaries passed on in maiden meditation, fancy free. But marked I, where the bolt of Cupid fell, it fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's wound, and maidens call it love in idleness. Fetch me that flower, and the herb I showed thee once. The juice of it on sleeping eyelids laid will make a man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me that flower, and be here ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put you around the earth in 40 minutes.
Just... Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania while she is asleep, and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The very next thing she then waking looks upon, be it on lion, bear, wolf or bull, on meddling monkey or on busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I take this charm from off her sight, as I can with another herb, I'll make her render up her page to me. But who comes here? I'm invisible, and will overhear their conference.
Get thee gone. I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander? And fair Hermia. One I'll slay, the other slayeth me. Thou toldst me they were stolen unto this wood, and here I am. And wood within this wood, for I cannot meet my Hermia. And get thee gone, and follow me no more.
You've drawn me, you hard-hearted adamant. But yet you've drawn an iron, for my heart is true as steel. Leave you your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather, do I not, in plainest truth, tell you I do not, nor I cannot love you?
And even for that do I love you the more. I am your spaniel, and Demetrius, the more you beat me, the more I will fawn on you. Use me but as your spaniel. Spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me. Only give me leave, unworthy as I am, to follow you. What worse a place can I beg in your love than that of a place of high respect with me, than to be used as you use your dog?
Tempt not the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look on it.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much. To leave the city and commit yourself to the hands of one that loves you not. To trust the opportunity of night and the ill counsel of a desert place with the rich worth of your virginity.
Your virtue is my privilege, and for that it is not night when I do see your face. Therefore I think I am not in the night. Then how can it be said I am alone when I have all the world here to look on me?
I'll run from thee and hide me in the brakes and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
The wildest have not such a heart as you. Run when you will. This story will be changed. Apollo flies and Daphne holds the chase. The mild hind breaks speed to catch a tiger, bootless speed, when cowardice pursues and valour flies.
I will not stay thy questions, let me go. Or, if thou follow me, do not believe but I shall do thee mischief in the woods.
I in the temple, in the town, the field. You do me mischief. Fie, Demetrius. Your wrongs do set a scandal on my sex. We cannot be made to love as men may do. We should be wooed and we're not made to woo. I follow thee and make heaven of hell. To die on this hand I look so well.
Fare thee well, nymph, ere he do leave this grove. Thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Hast thou the flower there? Welcome, wanderer.
Aye, there it is.
I pray thee, give it me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where ox lips and the nodding violet grows, quite over-canopied with luscious woodbine, with sweet musk roses and with eglantine. And there sleeps Titania some time of the night, lulled in these flowers with dances and delight. And there the snake throws her enamelled skin, weed wide enough to wrap a fairy in. And with the juice of this, I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of it, and seek through this grove. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the man from the Athenian garments he hath on. Effect it with some care, that he may prove more fond of her than she upon her love. And look thou, meet me ere the first cock crow.
Your servant shall do so.
Come now, roundel and fairy song, and for the first part of the minute hence, some to kill cankers, the musk rose buds, and some more with rim mice for their leathern wings, to make my small elf's coat and keeps them back. The clamorous owl that nightly hoots and wanders, quaint spirits, sing me to sleep, and to your offices, and let me rest.
What thou seest when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love take. Love and languish for his sake, be it ounce or cat or bear, hard or boar with bristled hair. In thy eye that shall appear, when thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Fair love, you grow faint with wandering in the wood. And to speak troth, I have lost our way. Come, rest you here if it do you good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander. Find you out of bed, for upon this bank I will rest my head.
Nay, one turf shall serve as pillow for us both. One bed, one heart, two bosoms, and one troth.
My good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off yet. Do not lie so near.
I take the sense, sweet of my innocence. Love takes meaning in love's conference. So then take my heart into yours is knit, and then one heart we can make from it. Two bosoms interchained in an oath. So then two bosoms and one troth. Now lying here, Hermia, I do not lie. For by your side no bedroom me deny.
Lysander riddles very prettily. Not much beshew my manners and my pride, but if Hermia meant to say Lysander lied, a gentle friend, for love and for courtesy, lie further off in human modesty. Such separation may as well be said. Becomes a virtuous maid and her matcher love. So far be distant, and good night, sweet friend. Thy love never alter till thy sweet life ends.
Amen. Amen to that fair prayer, I say. Here I shall rest my head until the morrow's day. May sleep give you all his rest.
With half that wish, the wisher's eyes be pressed.
Through this forest I have gone, but Athenian found I none. Night and silence. Who is this? Weeds of Athens he doth wear. This is he, my master said. Despise the Athenian maid. She does lie here on the ground, the dank, dirty ground. Pretty soul. She does not lie him. It's this black love, this kill courtesy. Chum. Here I doth bestow all the power this charm doth owe. So when thou wakest, you doth espy the pretty woman. Now, wakest when I am gone, for I must to Oberon.
Stay, then I'll kill me, sweet Demetrius.
I charge thee hence, and do not haunt me thus.
Will thou darkling leave me? Do not so.
Stay on thy peril, I alone will go.
I am out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia wheresoever she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears. If so, mine are oftener washed than hers. No, I am as ugly as a bear. For beasts that meet me do run away for fear. Therefore no marvel from Demetrius. Lysander, on the ground, dead or asleep. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake.
Oh, and run through fire I will for thy sweet sake. Helena, nature shows art, and through thy bosom I see your heart. Where's Demetrius? Oh, how fitting a word. Is that vile name to perish on my sword?
Do not say so, Lysander, say not so. What though he love your Hermia? Lord, what though? Yet Hermia still loves you, then be content.
Content? With Hermia? No, I do repent. Most tedious minutes with her I have spent. Not Hermia, but Helena I love. Who would not change a raven for a dove? Man is by his reason swayed, and reason says you are the worthier maids. Touching upon the peak of human skill, and man is now realizing his own will. As I look in those eyes I once did overlook, I see love's words written in love's richest book.
Wherefore was I keen to this mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve this scorn? It's not enough. It's not enough, young man, that I did know nor never can deserve a sweet look from Demetrius' eye. So you must flaunt my insufficiency? Good troth you do me wrong, good sooth you do, in such a disdainful manner for me to woo. But fare you well, perforce I must confess, I thought you a lord of more true gentleness.
She sees not Hermia. Hermia, sleep thou there, and mayst thou never come Lysander near. Oh, thou surfeit of all the sweetest things, the deepest loathing to the stomach brings. Oh, of all thou sweetness and heresy, of all thou hatred, that is the most of me. So dress all thou love and might to honor Helena, for I shall be her knight.
Me for pity. What a dream was here. Lysander, look how I do quake with fear. Methought a serpent ate my heart away. You sat laughing at his cruel prey. Lysander, what removed? What out of hearing? Gone. No sound, no words. Lysander, lord. Alack, where are you? Speak as if you hear. Speak of all loves, I almost swoon with fear. No? Then I will perceive you, all not nigh. Either death or I'll find you immediately.
Are we all met?
Pat, here is a marvelous convenient place for our rehearsal. This open green space shall be our stage, that hawthorn bush our tiring space, and we shall do it in action as we will do it before the Duke.
Peter Quint.
What sayest thou? bully bottle.
There are a few things about this comedy of Pyramus in Frisbee that do not please. First, I must draw a sword to kill myself, and that would not abode well with the ladies. How would you answer that?
I lark in a parlour's fear.
I believe must lead to killing out when all is done.
Not a whit. I have a device that will make all well. First, write me a prologue, and that prologue seemed to say that we'll do no harms with our sword, and that I, Pyramus, am not dead indeed. And for the more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not actually Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver, and that should put them out of their fear.
Well, it shall be so, and it will be written in 8 and 6.
No, add 2 more, make it 8 and 8.
Will not the ladies be afeard the lion?
I fear it, I promise you.
Masters, you ought to think to yourselves, to God shield us, to bring in a lion, there is not a more fearful and wildfowl living than your lion living, and we ought to look to it.
Therefore another prologue must exist, stating that he is not a lion.
Nay, let him name his name and show only half his face through the creak in the lion's neck, and then he can say thus, ladies or fair ladies, I would request you, I would entreat you, I would entitle you, not to fear, not to tremble, my life for yours. If I was to come hither to you as a lion, I'd have no part in it, because I'm a man as any other men are. And let him name his name and tell him plainly that he's Snub the Joiner.
Well, it shall be so, but there is 2 hard things. The first is to bring moonlight into the chamber, for it is said that Pyramus and Thisbe did meet by moonlight.
Doth the moon shine the night we play our play?
A calendar. A calendar. Look in the almanac. Find out moonshine. Find out moonshine.
Yes, it doth shine that night.
And there we may leave a great casement beside the chamber window where we can play, open, and let the moon doth shine.
Well, that shall be so. The second thing is to bring a wall into the great chamber, for it is said that Pyramus and Thisbe did whisper through the chink of a wall.
You can never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Let a man or some other thing present wall. Having plate in either loam or rough cast or plaster, and then through the hole, Pyramus and Frisbee can whisper.
Well, if that may be, then all is well. Come, masters, every mother's son, sit down and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you go first, and then go into the tiring place. And every man according to his cue.
Frisbee, thy flowers, odious, savour sweet.
What hemp and homespuns do we have here? And so near to the cradle of the fairy queen? What's this, a play toward? I'll be an auditor. An act 2, perhaps, I suppose.
Odors! Odors!
Frisbee, thy flowers, odours, savour sweet.
Must I speak now?
Aye, Mary, must you, for Pyramus goes to see a noise that he has heard.
Most radiant Pyramus! Most lily white of you! Lips as red as reddest rose on triumphant briar! Most brisky juvenile, eke most lovely Jew! As truest horse that would never tire, I'll meet thy Pyramus at Ninny's tomb!
Ninus! You speak all your parts at once, cues and all. Pyramus! You've missed your cue! It is never tire!
As truest horse that would never tire!
If I was only fair, Frisbee, I was only fine.
Oh, strange. Thou monsters! Huh? We are hunted! Flee!
Why did they run away? Is this a knavery to make me afraid?
Oh, Bottom, thou art changed.
What do you see? You see an asset of your own, do you?
Bottom, bottom of the thou art transfigured.
I see there, Navarre. This is to make a fool of me, to stir me, to keep me in this place. Well, I will sing, and I'll show them that I, Bottom the Weaver, am not afraid. The ousel cock with hue so black, with orange tawny bill. Then a man died, and he wrote his will. Da 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 da. Bah. Bah. Da 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 da. Da.
What angel wakes you from my flowery bed?
The finch, the sparrow, and the lark will have so much fun at the park.
I pray thee, gentle mortal, see again. My ears are enamoured with thy note, as my eyes are enthralled with thy shape. And with the first fall, the fourth doth move thee, and in the first you to say, I swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you might have little reason for that. Love and reason keep little company together nowadays. But nay, I can gleek upon occasion.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Methinks it would serve my own good to get out of this wood, so...
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain, whether wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate, and the summer still doth upon my state. I love thee, therefore go with me, and I will make these fairies to attend on thee. And to fetch thee jewels from the deep, and I will purge thy mortal graces so. And thou shalt like an airy spirit go, peas blossom, cobweb, and mustard seed. Ready.
I cry your worship's mercy. What is your name, sir?
Cobweb.
Good Master Cobweb, if I cut my finger, I'll make bold with you, squire. And what is your name, sir?
Peace blossom.
Peas bosom. I know your mother quite well, Mistress Squash, and your father, Peas Cod.
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman, gamble in his eyes, and feed him with apricots and dewberries, with purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries. The honey bags still spun the honey bees, and for the nightly tapers crop their waxen fires, and light them with the fiery glowworm's eyes, to my love, to my bed to arise, to pluck the wings of the painted butterflies, and fan the moonbeams from his sleepy eyes, not to him elves, and do him courtesies.
And what is your name, squire?
Mustard seeds.
Good Master Mustard Seed. I know your patience well, like a huge hairy beef ox hybrid thing.
Come, lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks like a watery eye, and when she weeps, weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. Tie up my lover's tongue, and bring him silently.
I wonder, if Titania be awake, then what it was that next came in her eye which she must dote in extremity. Ah, here comes my messenger now. How now, mad spirit, what night rule about this haunted grove?
My mistress with the monster is in love. I led them on in this distracted fear, and left sweet pyramids translated there. And so it comes to pass. Titania waked and straightway loved an ass.
This falls out better than I could devise, but hast thou yet latched the Athenian's eyes as I did bid thee do?
I took him sleeping, and 'tis finished too. Despised the Athenian woman by his side. By force, she must be eyed.
Suppose this is the same Athenian.
This is a woman, but not man.
Oh, why rebuke you him that loves you so? Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I but chide, but I should use thee worse, for thou hast given me fear to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, be over in shoes, plunge in thee deep, and kill me too. The sun has not so true unto the day as he to me, when he is stolen away from sleeping Hermia. I believe as soon as this whole earth may be bored, that the moon may through the centre creep, and so displease her brothers Noontide and Antipodes. It cannot be thou hast murdered him, so should a murderer look so dead, so grim.
And so should the murdered look, and so should I, pierced through the heart with your stern cruelty. And yet you, the murderer, look as bright, as clear as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What's this to thy Lysander? Where is he? Good Demetrius, wilt thou give him to me?
I'd rather give his carcass to my hand.
Oh, out cur, out dog! Thou hast driven me past the bounds of maiden's patience. Hast thou slain him then? Henceforth be numbered among men. Dost thou have looked upon him being awake, and hast thou killed him sleeping? O brave touch, could not a worm and adder do so much? And adder did it for with double a tongue, than thine thou serpent never adder stung.
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I'm not guilty of Lysander's blood. Or is he dead for all that I can tell?
I pray thee then, tell me he is well.
And if I could, what should I get that for?
Privilege never to see me more. And from thy hated presence I part so. See me no more, whether he be dead or no.
Yeah. There is no following her in this fierce vein. Here, therefore, for a while I will remain. So sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow. The debt that bankrupt sleep doth sorrow. Yet, which in some slight measure it will pay. If for his tender, here I make some stay.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love sight. From this misprision must perforce ensue a true love turned, and not a false turned true.
The fatal rules, the one man hold the trust, a million fail, confounding oath on oath.
About the wood go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens look thou find, all fancy sick she is, and pale of cheer, with sighs of love that cost fresh blood dear. By some illusion, see thou bring her here. I'll charm his eyes against she do appear.
I go, look how I go.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sink in apple of his eye, when his love he doth espy, let her shine as glorious lie as Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth took by me, pleading for her lover's fee.
Stand aside, the noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Oh, that falls preposterously.
Why should you think that I should woo and scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. Oh, look how I vow, I weep, and vows so born in nativity all truth appears. How can these things in me seem scorn to you, bearing the badge of faith to prove them true?
You do advance your cunning more and more. When truth kills truth, oh, devilish holy fray! These vows are Hermia's, will you give them her o'er? Weigh oath with oath, and you will nothing weigh. Your vows to her and me put in two scales, will even weigh both as lances' tails.
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
No, none in my mind, now you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her, he loves not you.
Oh, Helena, goddess, nymph, perfect, divine. To what, my love, shall I compare thine eye? Crystal is muddy. Oh, how ripe and show thy lips, those kissing cherries tempting were. That pure, congealed, high white Taurus snow, fanned with the easter wind, turns to a crow when thou hold'st up thy hand. Oh, let me kiss this princess of pure white, this seal of bliss.
Oh, spite, oh hell! I see you are all bent to sit against me in your merriment. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me thus much injury. Can you not hate me as I know you do, but you must join in souls to mock me too? If you were men as men are in show.
Demetrius, you are unkind. Be not so. You love Hermia. This you know I know. My part in Hermia's love I do unfold to you, and yours in Helena. To me bequeath, whom I shall love, till my death.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia. I will not. There I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her is guest-wise sojourned. Now to Helena is at home returned. That's what man.
Helen, it is not so.
Disparage not the faith thou dost not know, lest to thy peril thy abbey dear. Look where thy love comes, yonder is thy dear.
God knife from thy eye his function takes, the ear more quick as apprehension takes. Where it doth impair the seeing sense, it pays the hearing double recompense. Thou art not mine eye by Lysander, found mine ear I brought me to thy sound, but why unkindly didst thou leave me so?
But why should he stay, whom sloth doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my sides?
Lysander's love, he must bide. Fair Helena, whose beauty so engilds the night, with fiery O's and eyes of lights. Why seek'st thou me? Did I not make thee know? My hate for thee made me leave thee so.
You speak not as you think he cannot be.
Lo, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive that you have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired? Have you with these contrived to bait me with this foul derision? Is all the counsel that we two have shared, the sisters' vows, the hours we have spent when we have chipped a hasty bit of time, the parting us, is all of it forgot? All school-day friendship or childhood innocence? We, Hermia, like two artificial gods, have our needles created one flower, both on one sapler, sitting on one cushion. Of one sun, both in one seat, as if our hands are sizes, voices and minds are incorporate. I could demonstrate their importance, but yet use the impartition. Like two lovely berries, molded onto one stem, with two seeming bodies, but one heart. Will you rent our ancient love asunder to join with the men in scorning your poor friend? It is not friendly, it is not maidenly. Our sex as I alone charge you for it, though I alone do feel this injury.
I am amazed at your passionate words, but it seems you scorn me. I don't scorn you so.
Have you not set Lysander as in scorn to follow me and praise my eyes and face, and made your other love Demetrius, who just now did spurn me with his look to call me goddess, nymph, divine, precious, celestial, and rare? Wherefore speaks he this to her he hates? And wherefore doth Lysander deny your love, so rich within his soul, to tender me for soon perfection? What, can I be not so in grace as you, so hung upon with love, so fortunate, but miserable most unloved? You should pity rather than despise me.
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do. Preserve a counterfeit sad look, make mouths upon me when I turn my back, wink at each other, hold this sweet jest up. This sport, well carried, shall be chronicled. If you had any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument.
Helen, hear my excuse. My sweet, my love, fair Helena.
Sweet, do not scorn her so.
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreats. Thou threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Oh, my sweet Helena, I do love thee so. By my life I do. And to prove him wrong, who would say I love thee not?
Oh, I say, I can love thee more than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw, and prove it too. Quick, come!
Where to, Lysander? Where is all this?
Away, you Ethiop!
No, no, sir. Yield. Seem to break loose. Take on as you would follow, yet come not. You are a tame man. Go!
Thou cur, thou cat, thou vile thing! I will shake thee loose from me like a serpent!
Why are you grown so rude? What change is this?
Out, tawny Tartar, out! Thou loathed medicine, hated potion, out hence I say!
Why are you grown so rude?
Demetrius, I'll keep my word with thee.
How would I had your bond? For I perceive a weak bond holds you. I'll not trust your word.
Why, should I hurt her, strike her, kill her dead? Oh, I may hate her, but I shall not harm her so.
What can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me wherefore? Oh, what news, my love? Am I not Hermia? Are you not Lysander? Am I as fair as I now were a while? Since night you loved me, since night you left me. Why then you left me, oh gods forbid, in earnest shall I say?
Hear me once and hear me well. So there is without a hope, without a doubt, without question, that I do hate thee and love. Hermia, Helena.
Oh me, you juggler, you cankle blossom, you thief of love! What have you done by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
Fine, I faith. Have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What will you tear impatient answers from my tongue? Fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you!
Puppet? Why, so right that way go the game. Now I perceive she hath made comparison to our statures. She hath urged her height and her personage, her tall personage. I'm grown so high in his esteem because I'm so dwarfish, so low. Not so low enough I can't scratch thine eyes out.
Gentlemen, I pray, though you mock me, let her not harm me. You may think because she is something lower than myself that I can match her.
Oh, hark again!
Good Hermia, do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did love you, Hermia. Did ever keep your counsels, never wronged you. Save that, in love unto Demetrius, I told him of yourself unto this wood, and for love I followed him. And when he chid me hence, he threatened me to strike me, spurn me, nay, kill me too. Let me go back to Athens where I bear my folly back. You see how simple and fond I am.
Why get you gone? Who is it that hinders you?
The foolish heart that I leave here behind.
What with Lysander?
With Demetrius.
Fair Helena, she shall not harm thee so.
No, sir, she shall not, though you take her part.
But when she is angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school. And though she be but little, she's fierce.
Little? Nothing again below! Oh, why you will not flout me like this? Let me come to her!
Oh, be gone, you dwarf! Thou minimus! Thou bee! Thou acorn!
You are too officious in her behalf that scorns your services. Let her alone. Speak not of Helena, take not her part. If thou dost intend never so little show of love to her, thou shalt have it.
She holds me not now, Demetrius. Come, follow me, and we shall finally try who's right, of thine or mine.
Follow? Nay, I'll go with thee.
Cheek by jowl!
You, mistress. All this coil is long of you. And I got you back.
I will not trust you. I no longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands and mine are quicker of frame. My legs are longer though. To run away!
I'm amazed to know not what to say.
This is thy negligence. Still thou makest or commits thy knaveries wilfully.
My lord, this must be done with haste. For knights with dragons cut the clouds from fast, and yonder shines Rome's harbinger. At whose approach ghosts wander here and there, do troop home to churchyards.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. He therefore, Robin, overcast the night, the starry welkin cover thou anon with drooping fog as black as Acheron, and lead these testy rivals so astray that one come not within another's way. Like to Lysander, sometime frame thy tongue, then stir Demetrius up with bitter wrong, and sometime rail thou like Demetrius, and from each other look thou, lead them thus, till o'er their brow death counterfeiting sleep with leaden legs and batty wings doth creep. Then crush this herb into Lysander's eye, whose liquor hath this virtuous property, to take from thence all error with his might, and make eyeballs roll with wonted sight. And when they awake, all this derision shall seem a dream and fruitless vision. And back to Athens shall the lovers wend, with league whose date till death shall never end. While I in this affair do thee employ, I'll to my queen and beg her Indian boy, and then I shall from her charmed eyes release, from monsters' view, and all things shall be peace. We are spirits of another sort, Puck. Off you go.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius?
Here, villain, drawn and ready. Where comest thou?
I will be with thee straight.
Follow me then, to plainer ground.
Lysander, speak. Thou run away, thou coward. Art thou fled? Speak! In some bush? Where dost thou hide thy head? Thou coward, art thou bragging to the stars, telling the bushes that thou look'st for wars, and wilt not come? Come, recreant, come, thou child. I'll whip thee with a rod he is defiled, that draws a sword on thee.
Yea, art thou there?
Follow my voice. We'll try no manhood here. I go before him, yet he dares me on. But when I catch up, he is gone. This villain is much more light-heeled than I. I may be fast, but it seems he's learned to fly. I'll rest myself here, and on the morrow's night, Demetrius, I will avenge this spite. Ho, ho, ho! Come, coward!
Abide me if thou darest. For well I wot thou runst from me, shifting every place, and darest not stand nor look me in the face. Where art thou now?
Come hither, I am here.
Nay then, thou mockst me. Thou shalt buy this dear if ever I thy face by daylight see. Now go thy way. Faintness constraineth me to measure out my length on this cold bed. Thy day's approach. Look to be visited.
A weary night, a long and tedious night, that I may back to Athens by daylight. And sleep that sometimes shuts up sorrow's eye, steal me a while from my own company.
2 of both makes it 4. Ah, here comes once more.
never so weary, never so in woe. Bedabbled with the dew and torn with briars. I can no longer crawl, no further go. My legs can no longer keep pace with my desires. Here will I rest, till I rest thee.
Sleeping sound on the ground. I'll apply to your eye, gentle lover, remedy. This works out better than I thought. Every man shall have his mare, and all shall be well again.
Come, sit thee down upon my pressed flower's bed, while thy amiable cheeks do coy, and to pluck musk rosebuds in thy sleek smooth head, and to kiss thy large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's Pea's bosom?
Here.
Scratch my head, Pea's bosom. Where's Monsieur Cobweb?
Ready?
Good Monsieur. Would you kill me a red-hipped bumblebee and place it on top of a thistle, and grab me the honey bag? But take care of said honey bag, because I'd hate for you to be overflown with this honey bag, good Monsieur. Where's Master Mustard Seed?
Ready?
Good Master Mustard Seed. Hand me your knife. Leave your courtesy.
What's your will?
Nothing but to help Calvary Cobweb to scratch. I'm a marvellously tender, hairy ass, and a mustard of barbers.
Wilt thou hear some music, my sweet love?
I've a reasonable good ear for your music, but let's get to the tongues and the bones.
Well, what desires to eat, my sweet love?
Truly, a peck of provender. I could munch a good dry oats, methinks. But I've a great desire for a bottle of hay. Sweet hay, good hay. Have no fellow.
I have a venturous berry that shall seek the squirrel's hoard and fetch thee new nuts.
Ooh. Or maybe a handful or two of dried peas. But I pray you that your people leave me, because I've an exposition of sleep come upon me, so...
Sleep thou, and I will win thee in my arms. Berries be gone, and always away. Doff the woodbine and sweet honeysuckle, gently entwist the female ivy so. Then in rings the barky fingers of the elm. Oh, how I love thee, how I dote on thee.
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou this sweet sight? Her dotage I do now begin to pity. For meeting her of late behind the wood, seeking sweet favours for this hateful fool, I did upbraid her and fall out with her. For she his hairy temples then had rounded with coronet of fresh and fragrant flowers, and that same dew which sometimes on the bud was wont to swell like fresh round orient pearls, stood now within the pretty floweret's eyes like tears that did their own disgrace bewail. When I had had my leisure taunted her, and she in my own terms begged my patience, I then did ask of her Indian boy, which she straight gave me, and sent her fairy to bear him to my bower in fairyland. And now I have the boy, I will release this hateful imperfection of her eyes. But first, take the head off this Athenian swain. When he waking, may all back again to Athens repair. And think of this night's accidents as nothing but a fierce vexation of a dream. No, first, I shall release the fairy queen. Be as thou wast wont to be. See as thou wast wont to see. Diana's bud o'er Cupid's flower hath such force and blessed power. Wake you, Titania, my sweet queen.
My Oberon, what visions have I seen? Methinks me enamoured of an ass.
There lies your love.
What came these things to pass? Oh, how I do loathe his visit now.
Silence a while. Robin, take off his head. Titania, music call, and strike more dead than the common sense of all these 5%.
Music, oh music, what a charm is sleep.
My fairy lord, I did hear the morning mark.
Then, my queen, in silence sad, trip we after nightshade.
Come, my lord, in our flight, tell me how it came this night that I sleeping here was found, with these mortals on the ground.
Go, one of you, find out the forester. For now our observation is performed, and since we have the ballad of the day, my love shall hear the music of my hounds. Uncouple in the western valley, let them go. Dispatch, I say, and find the forester. We will, my love, up to the mountain's top, and mark the musical confusion of hounds and echo in conjunction.
I was with Hercules and Cadmus once, when in a wood of Crete they bade the bear with the hounds of Sparta. Never did I hear such gallant chiding. To the groves, the fountains, the skies, every region near seemed all one mutual cry. Never did I hear a musical so a discord, such sweet thunder.
My hounds are bred out of the Spartan kind, so flued, so sanded, and their heads are hung with ears that sweep away the morning dew, crook-kneed and dew-lapped, like Thessalian bulls, slow in pursuit, but matched in mouth like bells, each on each. A cry more tunable was never hollered to, nor cheered with horn in Crete, Sparta, nor in Thessaly. Judge when you hear. But soft. What nymphs are these?
My lord, this is my daughter, here asleep. And this, Lysander, and Demetrius, and this, Helena, old Nadar's Helena. I wonder if they're being asleep here together.
No doubt they rose up early to observe the rites of May, and hearing our intent, came here in grace our solemnity. But speak, Aegeus. Is not this the day when Hermia should give answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Go, bid the huntsmen wake them with their horns. Good morrow, friends. St. Valentine is past. Begin these wood birds but to couple now.
My lord.
Come, I know you two are rival enemies. How come this gentle concord in the world, that hatred is so far from jealousy, to sleep by hate, and fear no enmity?
I reply most amazedly, but I have no recollection of this eve. Me and Hermia were to steal forth from Athens' gates, but I do not understand how we ended with this fate.
Enough. Enough! My lord, you have enough. I beg the law of Athens upon this man's head!
My lord, fair Helen told me of their stealth, of this their purpose hither to this wood. And I in fury followed them, fair Helen in fancy following me, but my good lord, I wot not by what power, but by some power it is. My love for Hermia, melted as the snow, seems to me now but the remembrance of an idle gaud which in childhood I did dote upon. And all the faith, the virtue of my heart, the object and pleasure of mine eye, is only Helena.
fair lovers, you are fortunately met. Of this discourse we more will hear anon. Aegeus, I will overbear your will, for in the temple, by and by, with us, these couples shall be eternally knit. And for the morning now is something worn, our purposed hunting shall be set aside. Away with us to Athens, 3 and 3, we'll hold a feast in great solemnity. Come, Hippolyta.
These things seem small and undistinguishable to me.
Methinks I see things through parted eyes. Everything seems double.
So methinks, and I have found Demetrius, half a jewel. Mine own and not mine own.
Are you sure that we are awake? It seems to me that yet we sleep, we dream. Do you not think the Duke was here and did bid us follow him?
Hey, and my father.
And Hippolyta.
And he did bid us follow to the temple.
Why then we are awake. Let's follow him. And by the way, let us recount our dreams.
When my cue comes, call me and I will answer. My next is Most Fair Pyramus. Hey ho, Peter Quince, Snout the Tinker, Flute the Bellows Mender, Starveling. Gods, my life, stolen henceforth and left me asleep. But I've had a vision. I've had a dream, past the wit of any man. But man is but an ass. I'll get Peter Quince to write a ballad of this dream. And I'll call it Bottom Stream because it hath no bottom. And I'll sing it at the latter end of the play before the Duke. Hell, I'll even sing it at her funeral.
Have you sent to Bottom's house? Is he come home yet?
He's nowhere to be seen. Our Dowie's transported.
If he come not, then the play is marred. It go not forward, doth it?
It is impossible. There is not a man in all of Athens who can discharge Pyramus but he.
He hath the best wit of any handicraft man in Athens.
I am the best person. And he's a very paramour for a sweet voice.
No, you must say paragon. A paramour, God bless us, is a thing of naught.
Where are these lads? Where are these
Bottom!
lads?
Oh, happy day! Oh, sweet courageous Bottom!
Masters, I am to discourse wonders. For if I tell you I am no true Athenian, I'll tell you everything.
Oh, tell us, sweet Bottom!
Well, actually I won't tell you, but I will tell you this. The Duke have dined. Get your apparel together, good strings to your beads, new ribbons to your pumps. Every man look over his part and meet presently at the palace. Because the short and the long is, our play is preferred. Now, gentlemen, let's go. Go!
Tis strange, my Theseus, that we lovers speak of.
More strange than true. I never may believe these antique fables, nor these fairy toys. Lovers and madmen have such seething brains, such shaping fantasies that apprehend more than cool reason ever comprehends. The lunatic, the lover, and the poet are all of imagination compact. One sees more devils than vast hell can hold. That is the madman. The lover, all as frantic, sees Helen's beauty in a brow of Egypt. The poet's eye, in a fine frenzy rolling, doth glance from heaven to earth, and from earth to heaven.
But the story of the night told over and over, all their minds transfigured so together, more witnesseth than fancy images, grows to something of great constancy, however so strange and admirable.
Here come the lovers, full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends. Joy and fresh days of love accompany your hearts.
We take part in your walks, your beds, my lord.
Come now, what masks, what dances shall we have to wear away this long age of 3 hours between our after supper and our bedtime? Where is our usual manager of mirth? What revels are in hand? Is there no play to ease the anguish of a torturing hour? Call Philostrate!
Here, mighty Theseus.
Say, what abridgments have you for this evening? What mask? What music? How shall we beguile the lazy time, if not with some delight?
Well, there is a brief how many sports are right. Make choice of which you shall see first.
The battle with the centaurs, to be sung by an Athenian eunuch to the harp. Will none of that. That have I told my love, in glory of my kinsman Hercules. The riot of the tipsy bacchanals, tearing the Thracian singer in their rage. 'Tis an old piece, and was played when I, from Thebes, came last a conqueress. The thrice 3 muses mourning for the death of learning, late deceased in beggary. That is some satire, keen and critical, not sorting with a nuptial ceremony. A tedious, brief scene of young Pyramus and his love Thisbe. Very tragical mirth. Merry and tragical, tedious and brief. Why, that is hot ice and wondrous strange snow. How shall we find the concord of this discord?
My lord, this play is brief and only 10 words long. But in 10 words, I dare say it is too long. It is tedious, there's not one word apt, one player suited.
What are they that do play it?
Hard-handed men from here in Athens, who have never exercised their wit until now.
Well, we will hear it.
My lord, I do not believe this is the play for you.
Illustrate. I shall hear that play, for never anything can be amiss when simpleness and duty tender it.
Very well.
Go, bring them in, and take your seats, my friends.
If we offend, it is with our goodwill that we come not to offend, but with goodwill to show our simple skill. That is the true beginning of our end. We do not come in minding to content you. Our true intent is all for your delight. The players are at hand, and by their show you'll know all that you're like to know.
This fellow, he doth not stand upon points.
He hath rid his prologue like a rough colt.
Indeed, he hath played his prologue like a child with a recorder. A sound, but not in government.
His speech was like a tangled chain, nothing impaired, but all disordered. Who is next?
Gentles! Perchance you wonder at this play? Well, wonder on, till truth make all things plain. This man is Pyramus, if you will know. This is Thisbe, beauteous lady and sure. This man with lime and rough cast doth present wall, that vile wall which did these lovers sunder, through which, poor souls, they were content to whisper, at the which let no man wonder. This grisly beast, which lion hight by name, the trusty Thisbe, arriving first by night, did scare away, or rather, did affright, and fled, and fleeing her mantle did fall. This lion with bloody jaws did stain. Anon comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, and seeing Thisbe's mantle slain, he bravely draws his blade, his bloody, blameful blade, and with bloody, blameful blade he bravely broaches his boiling, bloody breast, while Thisbe, tarrying in mulberry shade, he did draw his dagger and died. For all the rest, let lion, moonshine, wall, and lovers twain at length discourse, while here they do remain.
I wonder if this lion be to speak.
No wonder, my lord. One line may when many asses do.
On this interlude, it doth befall that I, one snout by name, present a wall. And through this wall, I'd have you think, crannied in it a hole or chink. And through this hole, though so sinister, our lovers are to whisper.
Would you desire lime and hair to speak better?
It is the wittiest partition that I ever heard discourse, my lord.
Oh. Well, Pyramus draws near the wall. Silence!
O grim-looked night, with hue so black, which ever art when day is not. O night, alack, 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 I fear that my Thisbe's promise is forgot. And now, O wall, O sweet and lovely wall, will I spy through my eye? Thanks, courteous wall, Jove shield as well for this. But what do I see? No Thisbe do I see. Cursed be thy stones for deceiving.
The wall, being sensible, methinks, should curse again.
Thou hast often heard my moans, for parted my fair Pyramus and me. My lips have often kissed thy stones with lime and hair lift up in me.
Oh, I hear a face. Thisbe? Thisbe!
My love, thou art my love, I think.
Think what thou wilt. Like Lymander still, I am thy lover's grace.
And I, like Helen till the fates, me killed.
Not to Shaphalus to Procris was so true.
Like Shaphalus to Procris, I to you.
Oh, will you kiss me through this vile hole in the wall?
I kiss the hole, not your lips at all.
Mwah. Wilt thou meet me at Ninny's tomb straightway?
Tide life, tide death, I come without delay.
And I will, my part discharge so, like the lovers, away I doth go.
Now is the mural down between the two neighbours.
No remedy, my lord, when walls are so willful to hear without warning.
This is the silliest stuff that ever I did hear.
The best in this kind are but shadows. The worst are no worse if imagination amend them.
Well, it must be your imagination then, not theirs.
If we imagine no worse of them than they of themselves, they may yet pass for excellent men. I hear two noble beasts coming in, a man and a lion.
You, ladies, you, whose gentle hearts doth fear, the smallest monstrous mouth that creep on floor, may now perchance quake and tremble in fear, as lions rage doth roar. And know that I snub the throner, am not lying fell or lying down. And I shall come into this place as lying in strife, if it were pity on my life.
A very gentle beast, and of a good conscience.
The very best of a beast, my lord, but there I saw.
The lion is a very fox for his valour.
True, and a goose for his discretion.
Not so, my lord, for his valour cannot carry his discretion, and the fox carries the goose.
His discretion, I am sure, cannot carry his valour, for the goose carries not the fox. It is well, leave it to his discretion, and let us listen to the moon.
The lantern doth horn the moonlight's present.
He should have worn the horns on his head.
He is no crescent, for his horns are invisible within the circumference.
The lantern doth horn the moonlight's presence. Man and myself of moon I seem to be.
This is the greatest error of the rest. The man should be put into the lanthorn. How is it else the man in the moon?
He dares not come for the candle there, for you see it is already in snuff.
I'm all wary of this moon. What he would change?
It appears by the small light of his discretion that he is already in the wane. But come, in courtesy, in all fairness, we must stay the time.
Proceed, moon.
All I have to say is, the lantern is the moon. Myself, man of moon. This thorn bush, my thorn bush. This dog, my dog.
All these things should be in the lanthorn, for all these things are in the moon. But silence. Here comes Thisbe.
This is old Niddy's tomb. Where is my love? Oh. Rob! To me! Rob.
Well roared, Lion. And well run, Thisbe.
Well shone moon, truly. And moon shines with a good grace.
Well moused, Lion.
The lion has vanished.
And then came Pyramus.
Sweet moon, I thank ye for thy sunny beams. I thank thee now for shining so bright. But stay, O sprite, what stained thy bloods? Ponlude, crush and quell.
This passion and the death of a dear friend, it would go near to make a man look sad.
Beshrew my heart, but I pity the man.
Come, tears, confound, out sword and wound, the Papa Pyramus. Therefore I must die. Ow! Die! Die! Moon take by flight.
No die but an ace for him, for he is but one.
Less than an ace, man, for he is dead. He's nothing.
But with the help of a surgeon, he may yet recover and prove an ass.
How chance moonshine is gone before Thisbe comes back and finds her lover?
She will find him by starlight. Come, here she comes, and her passion ends the play.
Most radiant Pyramus, what is this? Speak! Speak! Quite dumb. Dead! Dead! A tomb must colour thy eyes. I love thy red lips, thy yellow cowslip cheeks. I love thy face. His eyes were as green as leeks. Come, trusty sword, to my breast imbue, and thus this be dies. Adieu, adieu, adieu.
Moonshine and Lion are left to bury the dead.
I ought to. Would it please you to see an ergo-bass dance between two of our company?
Well, no epilogue, I pray you. For your play needs no excuse, never excuse. For when the players are all dead, there need none to be blamed. Marry, if he that had writ it had played Pyramus and hanged himself in Thisbe's garter, it would have been a fine tragedy. And so it is, truly, and very notably discharged. But come, your Bergamask, let your epilogue alone. The iron tongue of midnight hath told 12. Lovers, to bed. 'Tis almost fairy time. I fear we shall outsleep the coming morn, as much as we this night have overwatched. This palpable gross play hath beguiled the heavy gate of night. Sweet friends, to bed. A fortnight hold we this solemnity, in nightly revels and new jollity.
And now the hungry lion roars and the wolf behowls the moon. And the heavy ploughman snarls, all weary with tasks fordone. And the wasted brands do glow, and while the screeching owl, screeching loud, puts the wretch that lies in woe in remembrance of a shroud. As we, fairies, do run by the triple Hecate's team, we run from the sun, falling darkness like a dream. Not a mouse shall disturb this hallowed house. And I am sent with broom before, sweep the dust behind the door.
Through the house give glimmering light, by the dead and drowsy fire, every elf and fairy sprite, hoppers light from bird from briar, and this ditty after me, sing and dance it trippingly. Now until the break of day, through this house each fairy stray, to the best bride bed shall we, which by us shall blessed be, and the issue there create, ever shall be fortunate. So shall all these couples three ever true in loving be, and the blots of nature's hand shall not in their issue stand, never mole, hair, lip, nor scar, nor mark prodigious, such as are despised in nativity, shall upon their children be. With this field dew consecrate, every fairy take his gate, and each several chamber bless. Through this palace with sweet peace, and every owner of it blessed, ever shall in safety rest. Trip away, make no stay. Meet me here by break of day.
And so, if we shadows have offended, think of this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here, yielding but a dream. And so, else the puck a liar call. Good night unto you all. Take my hands, if we be friends. Let sweet Robin make amends.
Well, that's it. Right. Well, I think we should have one last round of applause for them if that's okay, because they've been absolutely fantastic. Hob's going to chuck us out in a minute. Right, this is Sarah. She's our stage manager, and she was absolutely brilliant. So a round of applause for her. Come forward.
I mean, I've got this for you, but...
No, I know, but you became the producer, so producer gets a round of applause as well.
These guys have been just as amazing, so I know you've been under a lot of stress, I do
The
apologise.
lighting man needs clapping.
And then we love
Okay. I think you hopefully agree, they were all fantastic. Everything came together in the end. No matter how many hiccups we had, it was absolutely fantastic. And I'd like to thank them all so much for everything, because it's just amazing. And it's done now. And now Jenny's pointing at me because I think she wants to talk, so I'm sorry for that. But here's Jenny. Right.
Well, definitely didn't steal like half of my speech there. But, right, so can we just have another round of applause for the amazing cast? guys for coming tonight, embracing this awful weather that there is at the moment, and actually making it here. But yeah, so I want to say a massive thank you to all of you for coming. And this cast has been amazing. Some of this cast has been here from the start. Some of this cast literally came in a couple of days ago and learned a script in a few days that I don't think I would be able to learn in a year. So can we just give them another round of applause because
clapping.
And an applause to a proper applause for our amazing lighting team that always just turn up 3 hours before a show and just put it all together and does it. There we go. Can we give them another round? Anyway, Rob has done amazing. As Tiggy and Rob have said basically everything I need to say. So.
Oh, have you mentioned the lighting man?
No.
On the hubs,
yeah. So I want to give a thank you to the hubs that are still there. Thank you to the hubs. But anyway, just a thank you to everyone. So we ask that you can make your way swiftly out once the lights come back on, and we hope that you all get home safe. Thank you.
Come to the highway. More clapping! Right, folks, go to the cops, you gotta go! Don't get out of costume, we'll have a cast photo in 5 minutes!
Rob, shall we do it now? Get it all out of the way.
But then the audience.
Let's just do it then.
Right, come on stage to your cast member. Photo now, please. Lighting man. Fantastic.
Is this camera still on?
Hey guys, welcome to the HSU.
Welcome to the HSU.